Hello, this is my vlog. It's 1 o'clock on February 18th, 2023. I went to sleep last night thinking I was done with the reefer, but I got it this morning. And check it out, I managed to get another goob. Now my tolerance is so high still because I've been smoking this goober ever since I quit reefer. So smoking this entire goober probably will barely get me high. I'll get like 10 hits out of it and I'll like barely get high. So, but if I had no tolerance, it'd been like 3 weeks since I smoked weed, or 2 weeks or something, it probably would get me really high. So anyways, yeah, I'm still exercising. I'm still getting back to the exercise. It's 1 and I haven't done anything yet. Yesterday I went into the gym, and for this vlog I will type in whatever I did. It was a half hour. I don't remember what I did. I felt pretty good. I mean, I had no strength, but I felt good. I felt like I could have been in there all day. But the problem was I got distracted. I get distracted really easily, so I'm going to have to figure that out. I realized that I wanted to have a bunch of workout videos on my phone. And I realized I had the space because my phone, just like last week, my phone, I had to reinstall everything on my phone because I got locked out because the passcode all of a sudden in my head changed, just all of a sudden. And I did they gave me half dozen times, and I tried all these numbers that I thought were the right number, and it was the wrong. And so then they exponentially didn't allow me to do it 1 hour, 2 hour, 3, and then they locked me out. And it was snowing, and I didn't want to ride my bike to the store, so I just didn't use my phone. And then so for a week I was locked out, and then my mom came back and took me there, and the girl said all you have to do is type back in your your Apple ID. So I did the Apple ID, got the phone going, but I had to reinstall everything, so it was totally empty. So my phone was pretty much totally full with Audible, but I guess it lost everything. So I decided to fill it back up with exercise videos all the way, pretty much. My phone has 256 gigs, and I'm at 240 gigs of just exercise videos. I think it said 3,350 exercise videos or something on the order of 3,500 exercise videos, broken up into 50 or 100 different folders, all these different, and that I just got off mainly YouTube, but all over the last few years. And so I have every single exercise from the very weakest to the very strongest. So if I go in there and I don't know what to do, or whatever, my phone is like my trainer. I'm like, oh, that one. And then I can choose to try to match whoever in the thing, and I can work my way up the line. So I was like, oh, I want that. So I came home, and it took me basically all night, the whole rest of the day to do that, to airdrop it over to my phone. Because it just, you have to wait. And so I got it finally on there. It was really late at night, and man, when I start writing, I think I'm going to have a backup phone or get a bigger phone, or do something, because now I don't have space for music, and I'm going to need music on my phone if I want to ride in the mountains because there's no internet up there. But I guess I could load music as I go, daily before I go. Same thing with the books. I didn't need all those books on there, but I liked having them because I wasn't planning on doing anything other than just listening to books, so I had them all on there. So I don't know if I'd be cool to have either a phone with huge memory. I would have my workout phone, my bike phone, my Audible phone. I just maybe there's a way that this is an iPhone 10. It's 10 years old. Maybe these days they're more than 256, because I would need at least a gigabyte with all the stuff that I have. But anyway, so I got to sleep, got to bed finally, because then I was vegging. I was trying to scrape the pipe. I scraped a whole bunch of them, and then I went to sleep, and I managed to sleep last night, so that's good. But I slept in too, and I felt really tired and not that strong today because I barely ate anything yesterday. I only had a sandwich for food. I had a little bit of, just a sandwich. So And I put some veggies in the microwave, but I opened up the microwave and they were still in there. I didn't eat them. So I haven't like sobered up yet. Somebody was going to call me at 4 to stop by at 4 to talk about moving in. So I'm going to see if I can go to the gym for a little bit before. But I got my phone fixed just yesterday. Forever, people couldn't call me. They'd go to voicemail. And every time I call, like the first time they called, they were going to do something and give me an hour and a half, give them an hour to 2. They didn't do anything. Second time, I switched the settings on like so people could call me with Wi-Fi, but that didn't help. So then I called back and I had to go into like focus and switch it from like do not disturb to focus and like so. And this is a problem that had carried over since before the phone reset. So phones can like reprogram themselves. My phone likes to reprogram it. Used to like to reprogram itself all the time to not make a sound when somebody calls, but it doesn't do that anymore. Anyway, yeah. Yesterday, I would have done the data on the exercise I did, but that was the day. The night before was the night that I realized that Atlantis was pixelated over by the government or Google or something, probably the government. Luckily for me though, and I was like all bummed because I didn't remember having all the screen captures, but I do remember specifically remember about 6 months ago, I remember thinking to myself, they're gonna fucking pixelate this. Because I was going everywhere telling everybody about Atlantis. And so, yeah, I remember doing a record and I zoomed in really slowly and I looked at the building and I zoomed out. And then I was like, okay. And I saved it and I'll find that later, but at least I have it. So I know that I have it somewhere. Like an actual zoom in and zoom out to the building, to the detail. And you can see the detail. Now, like you used to see, the water's only 60 feet deep. So from those satellite photos, you can see the entire Andros Island, the Atlantis Island underneath. Because it's like the brightest blue in the biggest bright blue section on the entire planet. So you can see right down to the earth and you can see all of the formations, meaning you can see Atlantis. You can see all the buildings, you can see all the roads. And so that's why I was up here like, look, that's the building. And so somebody probably got word back to the government. They were like, really, is that it? And then they looked into it. Maybe they sent a sub there and they were like, oh, fuck, that is the temple of Poseidon. We need to pixelate all of this immediately. So now when you look at the Caribbean, from space, you can't see that bright blue anymore. Now Caribbean looks dark blue like everything else. So, and does anybody care? No, nobody cares. My mother doesn't care. I'll probably end up getting more and more enemies. I probably won't get a roommate for another 2 or 3 months, then I'll have to get a job just because I was complaining that the government pixelated out Atlantis, but that's life. That's what people are all about. So I guarantee you. It's about a 99% chance that me complaining about the government pixelating Atlantis will piss people off at me. And about a 1% chance they'll go, I wonder why they pixelated Atlantis. Probably about a 1 or a 1/2% chance people will do that. That's the world we live in. We live in a world where everybody thinks Bruce Lee could beat the shit out of Mike Tyson. Because there's these guys, these 70-year-old guys, like, he was so fast, man. So, I actually saw that thing of Mike Tyson say that. I was like, what's he saying? Yesterday. Anyway, yeah, and in a world where we live in a fascist world where the businessman gets to be the politician, Elon Musk, the politician. But if you're just a regular human being like LeBron James, who has plenty of money to hire tutors to teach him things, you're not allowed to say anything because you need to just play basketball. That's what all these like Trumpers are saying. So this world done gone went crazy. So anyways, I'm not frustrated about that whole Atlantis thing. And I'm definitely going to take my time when I make the video. This isn't going to rush me or anything. I'm still focused on the exercise, but yeah, I'm like not surprised, but I'm like, yesterday it didn't leave me the whole day. I was like, oh God, I was like that. I was like, I'm not surprised, but I'm kind of dismayed. Anyways, let's keep it under 10 minutes. Talk to you tomorrow.